Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Leaning towards mid. Does he want it into Akali here? VTO can get the push early, but needs to be careful. But it could just be the Yasuo bot. Victor mid, get a little bit of AP.
Okay.
They are lacking a lot of AP damage. So it's going to be Senna Yasuo bot for XL. Barrels, like you said. Hang on a second. We've got Xerxes up towards the top side here.
The graphics curse comes through. The moment we bring one up, action begins to happen.
Yeah,
and they're going to just get first blood. Well managed by the top jungle duo from XL.
Could serve as a knock-up for him to follow up on. So not really confident to play around bot just yet. Like we said, really hard to dive this. Or are they? Xerxes back. VTO's around.
Now they think about Glacial Prison lands this time. It's onto Marcoon, who does take some damage, but the turnaround is pretty good as Certus ends up in the backline. The Dawning Shadow comes through, and Certus gets back on out as well. Marcoon throws out the ultimate. Dragon secured. He has to flash. VTO can manage it in mid lane with the support. No, goes down for SK, as XL will try to trade in the mid lane.
Yeah, XL will trade it. First pick, of course, like I said, going to SK, a little bit more gold for them, but XL getting the mid tower gives them more map control. A lot of item spikes coming in here. First item for Akali. Odo Amne gets the top tower. The blade.
It feels like he's going to be quite difficult to deal with.
But speaking of fancy features, yeah, we've got, if you can see, for all of you at home on the center portrait on the right trade. SK will be late, but XL will be down on ultimate. We'll see if they can find an engage here, SK.
Charging comes the Sion, looking to chop down a few members of XL. The ultimate comes through from Marcoon, but is blocked by a well-timed wind wall. Stun onto the Sion, but he's a damn tanky member into the last breath. Chunked down pretty low, but the turnaround begins to come through as Xerxes. The next target is Sejuani, another tank. In there goes, they knock him up! Certus is deleted. VTO claims that kill. The mid laner falls for SK and XL, 2 kills on the board.
But Patrick pops the exhaust, has the shield bow. I think he also knocked up Certus in his E or ult animation. We'll have to see that again.
Storm definitely doing work, and that's only going to get worse as this game goes on.
It is. We'll see what he builds towards. Looks like a Shadow Flame Warrior. Rabbitox. Here comes the engagement.
On to the Maokai. They've not needed the Sion to chop that tree down, but he'll escape for now. Odo Army being turned onto his crocodile hunting season. Dos gets the kill. The cat scratches that post down. And Xerxes trying to ward off Exekick.
They have to start up the Baron and get the Akali TP, then look to disengage or go for a full turn. It's going to be hard onto the Sion though. Maybe they're going to look for a Yasuo knock-up turn. No vision in the pit yet. Are they just going to flip it? It looks like a 50-50.
Here we go. What was in the kitchen was a burger all along. Massive knock-up. Baron down to 2,500. Irrelevant in the pit. In goes Marcoon looking to get the Baron down. He's stolen it. SK steal the Baron, and the hearts of XL fans break as Certus begins to clean up a number of the members alongside Exekick. Targamas flashes, but I don't know how far you can run. The door's been knocked down.
Objectives here, they're taking mid tier 2, bot tier 2 is almost down. They have Nash buff, they're getting Dragon. All of this advantage that XL have accrued is just fallen apart.
It looked...
The only word I have to describe this is why for XL, and now VTO might be caught. He has flash, but his team's nearby. Maybe they can turn this onto Certus.
Certus has been denied enough number of times. Throws down that Shuriken flip, flashes away, still hit by that Glacial Prison, but the teleports have been channeled. Marcoon into the backside alongside the Yuumi. Trying to rebuild up. Certus does fall. One Baron down, irrelevant. Beginning to trade onto Odo Omni alongside the Zeri. Marcoon is there with Dos. They do kill Odo. It's a 1-for-1 right now.
Going in.
Exekick throws down that Spark Surge. Begins to throw out some more of the Qs, but I think that's it for now. XL will take the 1-for-1, but they do not get any more.
Gonna lose this bot tier 2. They lack a little bit of wave clear because VTO is really low. He's their reliable way of clearing out these creeps, but he has to run all the way to base, so that means SK can start pushing in. Patrick can't really walk up. Xerxes trying his best, but with Sion in front of the Zeri, the front to back is just so simple and standard. They might just burn through an inhib here. Need to be careful though, because Odo's up in 20. Certus doesn't have TP. Do they want to opt into this 4v4?
Knock up onto Irrelevant, but he is so tanky at this point. 2 items complete, a Radiant Virtue that will be active with the ultimate that comes online. There's a Yuumi, there's a Maokai, there's a Sion, and there's a QSS, but they'll try. In goes SK to turn this one around. The Wimble is not bad. It's not a bad Glacial Prison either, but already the turret goes down. Certus to the backside, trying to turn it around. They do get a kill back to 1 for none right now. VTO flashing away from that massive smash, but Exekick is untouched. The lightning surges, and he's looking more like T1's top laner because Zeus is throwing out the Thunderbolts.
XL are limping. They need to get back to base. VTO really low alongside Xerxes. Their tower has fallen. 1 Nexus tower down. SK is setting their sights mid now. Do they have a wave? They do, so they're going to step up. Exekick double buff. Stubborners up as well. Patrick down for Certus, but as long as Irrelevant and Marcoon protect the Zeri.
Odo goes in, but it's a last gasp, and that Crocodile is boots once more. 3v4 here in the mid lane. We've got an inhibitor down already. How far do you want to go? Marcoon flashes forward to get onto VTO. He's desperately trying to spy, but Victor, his glorious evolution ends here, ends now. XL are holding on by their fingernails in this game to interrupt Certus, but Visceri is now at 4 items with a QSS. It gets worse. Dragon's dead. Soul's in.
Lying in wait, waiting for them to walk up. VTO has no flash. 8k, 7k.
Xerxes spotted by the sapling. Certus on the flank. The teleport comes through, but it might just be too little. It sure feels like it's too late. XL are desperately trying to find their way to the pit, but it is, as you say, gone. Pactus throws down a last breath, and that is such an ultimate. Exakick is murdering them all. A double for him already. Certus cleans up a third. Exakick would love to claim the Sejuani to boot, but that's it. You've got VTO and a Sejuani, and the teleports come through. XL, your winter split ends here.
SK have got all they need to put the nail in their coffin. 30-second respawn timers. They're grouped as 5. They're going straight for the Nexus. And off the back of a stellar performance from Exakick and the support of Markoon by his side on SK, they will push XL out. And they might play tomorrow, yes, but we won't see them until spring.
It's a swan song tomorrow. The dream, the miracle run. It was not to be an SK stamp their authority with a monster Baron play.
Covered a little bit earlier on. I think that works pretty well with their draft. Looks like he's going back around to it here. Photon and will lock.
For now, Sheo on a control ward spotted, but Bo onto this dragon. Perks is there as well, though. This should be secured by Vitality.
For Perks, trying to cover top here, Bo. No Ghost on Adam, so if they can land a little bit of damage and then land the ultimate, I don't think there's a way for Adam to escape. Here he goes, might have to flash though.
Cease, desist. Adam is unstoppable and inverts that attempt from the Vi, who will look to make sure that he's getting out of jail. Free away from the flash! Bo leaves with nothing, and now the turnaround from Sheo could potentially come on through. But with the red buff, I'm not sure he wants to miss the Q over the wall! He missed the Q over the wall, now the cycle could come on through. Bo dies for first blood! Is this the best jungler in the league?
Taking plates in Nuke's face, and BDS haven't found a response yet. Here comes the second dragon. Herald, I believe, was placed down top side. Shio's thinking about going on to Bo. No flash, no Q.
This is an opportunity. There's that Cyclone again. The tidal wave afterwards is just bad weather. Bo taken out of the wall once more. Sheo.
So they should be able to take all outer towers quite handily. And as I say, that top tower is going to fall. First brick over to Photon.
With bot lane turret already so low, you've got a Herald to work with, you've got Umbral Glaive. You feel like this map is about to get mighty small and mighty dark for BDS unless they pull the trigger very shortly.
Good cover here.
Perks gets jumped, tries to throw down the ultimate, and Nuke just outplays it. Perks is shut down, Neon taken out, on top of Kaiser, Adam goes as well. A double for Sheo, and the moment we asked for it, BDS deliver.
Well, we expect it.
Right now, BDS have rich in kills, low in towers right now, and hopefully they'll look to try and change this over the coming moments as that dragon will be claimed in about a moment or two, and then they can look to transition that into something else, hopefully.
Yeah, TV bot there by Perks to save that tower. Vitality's next objective will be this bot tier 1. Shios will see Bo blast cone over. Maybe they can punish this. Adam's looking.
That's going to be a 3v2, and Bo is taken into no man's land. Arrow afterwards is pretty good, but already Sheo on a rampage. Adam shoved away. Perks will have to disappear as his jungler falls. It's like a mix between smart macro in terms of finding people to punish, but yet to convert that to the structures. But this'll do. Neon is absolutely eviscerated by Crowny. He decides the level 1 needed a little bit of
side lanes, and then it should be all right. Here comes the first one.
Adam will claim 1, and finally a structure on the board. 1 to 4 at this point, but Perks and Photon looking to combine here to utilize that gold advantage they have individually to put Adam into the dirt.
Going for it.
Ghost popped. He's been slow, neither walk lands again, but he is fast enough on his feet to get on out to safety. Sheo.
For Bo.
He's just been punishing both the entire game. 0-3-0. He's just not been having fun, this Vi. The violence is on to her. She's going to try to turn around. Radiant Virtue healing is pretty good, but she's dead regardless. Neon tries to trade on out, but there are many members of BDS. Flash away from Kaiser. Perks taken desperately low as well, but he'll have to get on out as well with a solid shifting stance.
Is Baron on the cards? Perks has to be.
Drawn, everyone's alive. Nuke, as you said, looking for that flank down to 5,000 HP as the Dragon. Soul point for Vitality if they can claim it. In goes Adam over the wall, dragging out. One member, Bo, is away. Dragon secured by BDS, and Bo falls for the 5th time, surely. Does so to Adam, now Photon looking to avenge his fallen jungler. Adam dash away fast he can, Perks is here as well. Photon gets 1, and the skip and the slash will claim 1 life, but no more.
The idea was good. BDS just makes the team fight really, really hard. Bo 0-5-1 now on this fight, really struggling to find it.
That's been about it.
Yeah, Bo's turned into a water bottle. What players have been doing recently. I'm not sure what that phenomenon is, where it's coming from. But Nuke's looking for the all-in.
Yeah, does trying to find the angle.
Oh, nice
Fantastic stopwatch. Overcomes Photon. Now Nuke does not want to be here anymore. Gets slowed by the needlework, and he is slipped into a very small grave.
Big pick for Vitality. That's 50 seconds on the Akali with no TP. Is that their opportunity to go towards the Baron? Vitality can get it down quite quickly with the Azir and Gwen, but Neon needs to be careful.
Neon does not like that. The light's being put out. He survived with a flash over the wall. Photon looking for the turnaround. The tidal wave is good, but the hollow ground is put down, and you need to respect that. Bo taken down again. Crowny on a killing spree, but Perks trying to get as much damage as he can. A good route means Shadow taken low, not taken out though. Photon is dead. The Gwen is down. Cannot survive enough. It's not even enough. Adam throwing down the Untofo strikes, but will eventually be felled by Neon.
Cleanse flashes away, and Perks uses his soldiers here behind Adam to stop Crowny from being able to join the fight.
Here we go again. Bo goes for the ultimate. Will invalidate that warrior. Tricks the arrow. Is going to be dodged away from Sheo. No use of the summon, but now Adam to the backline, looking to get on top of someone. Bo goes golden, but for how long? This statue is broken right back down by Nuke. Photon, though, turns it around, diving in with the Hallow Mist. Nuke so low, will use the R2 to escape. Labrov flashes away from his former teammates in Vitality. And now they are being shoved in onto a 1-for-1 trade, but it is Vitality with the shove, Vitality with the higher health bars.
I can hear the players screaming. Vitality just trying to barrel it down mid right now, get this inhibitor maybe, or just the tower. Dragon is up, that'll put them on soul point, so that's an easy exit objective. Needs to be a little bit careful about their tempo.
Despite being picked here and there, particularly Bo, who is having a rough game. BDS haunt the bullet.
Does he have a ward? Yes, he does.
They have no idea, they're still behind
Neon,
that
no flash.
buff. Oh, Bo, you've got to be so careful. Sheo spotted on top of Bo, but he's going to try to turn around. Good chains of corruption, and Sheo's engaged. Finally his punishment. No! Bo dies for the 8th time this game. Perks turns it around, though, and now Adam trying to trade onto Photon, but this Gwen is having none of it. Perks with a monstrous Emperor's Divide, and Nuke is divided from his health bar. Adam will ghost away, but the jungler and mid laner is traded, but Perks dies Akali. But Baron started. It's time for another go. These last few fights have been frenetic. They've been scrappy, and they have been a little bit indecisive. Sheo has got a flank. He could get in on here. He's been so good this game. Adam into the backside. Bo tries to go through. Bo gets Adam. And now they're going to try and turn it around. Massive damage onto Perks. Goes golden. But Crowley's going to have a double shot. And they'll double tap Perks in the head.
Sheo and Nuke with an amazing flank. Nuclear int.
It's a level 17 Gwyn with 3 items. Bo could try and steal 3,000 HP. He's dead. Another death in the column for Bo. Photon backs out of the base. The end doesn't happen.
To give Sheo a good position there, and with this Baron, they'll get this mid tower.
Didn't realize we were back to Call of Duty. Feels like it's 25 kill streak because Nuke game Bo has been so difficult. But maybe Kaiser can find all the world, all the game on one arrow. Labrov taken out by his former team. Bo, though, hits a shuriken flip, will not have the E2 come on through.
Yeah, Photon, though, is looking for Sheo. He has flash. Perks is playing really aggressive here.
Praised him, but maybe Sheo gets punished. Photon continues to chase, continues to try and bring the Monkey King down. Shut down by Photon's Gwen.
Getting the kill. Vitality will pick up this dragon. Sheo is still in the graveyard, but BDS barreling down mid to get this tier 2.
The drag to the Baron is still on, so Crowny with a half a minion wave will look to try and get themselves an inhibitor turret. Nuke in the top lane in the mini-map you can spot. Looking for a tier 2 up there as well. Photon, though, 5-1 at 3, 4 items stopwatch is not a man, or in this case, a doll come to life that you want to step up to.
I can hear the players screaming they want to take a fight, Vitality, but Sheo...
He's going 1v1 versus a level 17 Azir. He's winning it! But forced out the stopwatch. There's an Azir turret there as well. Has the stopwatch. Looking at Q! Gets the kill! Sheo is just a monster. Bo eats a culling on his way to the grave. Crowny is not a man to be denied this game. Neon just about alive. Nuke flashing on away. Photon gets a turret shut down. Now it's his turn to go into the back end of this one. He's getting slowed down by Adam and shut down. Gwen eats a taste of her own medicine, not immune to that.
Where are the waves? Adam's got a cannon minion in top. Top wave's coming in slowly. There's a mid wave too. 30 seconds on Perks, 50 seconds on Bo. Neon and Kaiser need to do their best to clear out these creeps. no neutral objective, so BDS can just try their best. Worst case, they'll get 2 inhibitors. Best case, they can end the game.
Kaiser lands the arrow. But there's no real follow-up. Show taken low, but not down. The poke, the bot lane. It's not been the same level of dominance that we saw in the early levels. Now BDS have broken this base open. BDS looking to go to 5 games and starts to push towards the top end of that table. The dream of top 2 is in there. Goes in again! Are you not entertained? Kaiser sure isn't!
Shio gets the bot lane off Vitality, but Perkz is back. He's TP'd behind them. Can they get out here, Vitality?
You think you're good? Wait till you meet the Western Goat. Perkz goes on in, gets a kill. Sheo now must escape, but there's nowhere for him to go. Maybe I've spoken too soon. We'll look to make Poe's life a little bit difficult, but the soldiers go forward.
Push here. Vitality have control. Baron in 15.
Bo, having been undefeated coming into the LEC, now has the most deaths of a single player in this season. Previous deaths with Targamas, but now Perkz.
He's dead.
Maybe I should have been looking at the screen a little bit more as Perkz goes down. Baron's 4 seconds off spawning. Trying to find his way on over. It has been a very difficult game for him on this 5. Baron secure.
Straight 5v5 is really hard, especially against an Azir. They will get it eventually, now that Adam's pushed mid. But BDS showing a lot of respect.
Crowny throws off the culling, but only gets about 20% of Perkz HP. He's not at risk of having to go back right now. Nuke on a flank was spotted out by Kaiser.
30 seconds on this Elder. BDS are just going to keep these waves in. Here comes a tidal wave. Do they engage on it? Neon stepping up.
Thinking about it, Crowny steps forward, but he's going to get assistance, and he goes absolutely miles! Where has he gone? It's Agdartic, he's been put on ice! Perkz throws down the Emperor's Divide, trying to hold the lines. Adam goes golden. Vitality still alive, but now Perkz diving forwards. Goes golden himself, has used that stopwatch. Bo gets a start on the Lavrov, who goes over the wall, staying alive.
Look at Photon go!
For Photon, snip, and the strings of fate are cut. Vitality fight 3, BDS, it's all thrown away. Crowny's about to meet the wrong end of a giant pair of shears, and the garden is pruned, shut down to the hands of Bo.
Where are the waves though? They're all in Vitality's base. This is going to be a really frustrating play. They cannot end the game. They will just fight. No Baron for 3 minutes 30 seconds, so it's not like Vitality can turn towards another massive objective. They just have to just pull the trigger. BDS, maybe the smartest call here is just to drop the inhib. Culling can be used to buy 1 more wave's time, but they have to defend the Nexus. There's no reason to step up here. If they do, I can tell you, Bo will be flying right at them, and they'll try to start a fight straight away. Mid inhib will fall. They can't get.
They've got to hold on. They've got to wait for this Elder Dragon to pop. Surely, Crowny just had a range of that Chains of Corruption. Perkz on the other side. Stun onto Adam. One turret falls. The Nexus beginning to get increasingly bare. Bo goes in. He's once again taken absolutely into Narnia. But is it the Lion, the Witch, or the wardrobe he's dealing with? He's taken down, but he's got a GA this time around. Adam taken so low. Remember, the Elder Dragon can start to roar. Adam is down. Photon on a killing spree once more. Perkz gets a kill while he's a damn statue of Vitality at 6 and
2. What a game from Vitality.
Either round out. It does mean that Manlines or Niski, Jankos wants to get a little bit of information. Now he knows, oh, this is dangerous.
He's got the flash, doesn't have the decoy right now. Niski on the chase, nowhere for Jankos to go, step too far. And immediately Alioya jumps in and claims first blood.
As Ruby is now going to TP back in. Mercer trying to be a bit cheeky here, but all he's really doing is helping Alioya clear out the Drake. And unless Alioya misses at the spike.
Heavy? Okay, I thought Spectre, when he hits 6, can influence the top side of the map, whereas Kazi cannot with that arrow. Mercer does spot Alioya here, puts down the turrets. Alioya just stunned up, and Mercer gets him. Niski next on the menu as Ruby goes forward. Hylissang's going to join up with his teammate, but Mercer able to get the solo kill pretty much there on the enemy jungler. Another stun going down. Niski low. Mercer looking for the chase. Red buff. Autos. Niski flashes forward. Mercer will fall. Niski, though, unable to be saved by Hylissang. Not quick enough to pounce on his teammate and save his life. Jump onto Alioya. Get in with the Bolt Breaker. The cease and desist in the final chapter could end Evie's life for the first time this game. Chasey pulls him back with the all-out. Evie trying to get away, but there's the Bolt Breaker. Don't even need the final chapter. Chasey takes the kill. Yoya should know there's at least one person in the area. Mercer trying to wade around the corner. Prowling projectile marks him for a second. There's the final chapter. Maybe a bit presumptuous there from Hylissang. Does still land the root, and there's the cease and desist as well, but Mercy puts down an upgraded turret, and that's not where you want to be fighting. Elioya flashes away and dives over with Hylissang, but now it's a numbers advantage for Heretics. Jankos able to take the first one. Kazi trying to straight down towards the bottom side. He will kill off Jack Spectre, and Mercer too. It's 2 for Mad Lions bot lane, but Hylissang is down. So is Kazi, and in the end, Heretics come out on top. Krugs, and also by taking the Krugs, it means that Elioya can't steal them away from your jungler, so even though your jungler's not getting it, and you don't get the extra smite him out of it, still managed to get something. Smite across the wall. Jankos here for Elioya. They are fighting in the bush right now, but the arrow connects, and Jankos nowhere for him to go. Ruby gets his 2nd kill of the game.
Just like that, Heretics find themselves another.
Being chunked out a little bit as Ruby starts to collapse onto Niski. Niski now realizes Jankos is there as well. The Empress device on the way, but Jankos dodges it with a decoy. Niski does still have the flash and will use it to get over the wall, but good little dodge there by Jankos. Meanwhile, the bottom tower still keep their 100% win rate with the gold lead at 15 minutes. Just the team that has a gold lead in 5 seconds time has to win the game for that. But they have a 100% win rate when they have a lead at 15 minutes. So assuming Heretics win this game, both those 100% will stay true. Now, Jack Spectre being caught out isn't the best sign for them winning the game.
Doesn't look good, no.
As he does die down towards the bottom lane. But
aside of that little blunder around Raptors at the end of the game, I've enjoyed watching these two very talented junglers bout heads. And butt heads, as you hear in mid lane. Fire's actually just started this one solo. Heretics looking to try and push this one in. The TP's coming in, they're looking for the fight.
The cleanse already used Jack Spectre. Pop the arrow there. Kazi gets away from it, but Heretics all pushing in the mid lane here. As you say, Elioya is still on that dragon. Would be the 2nd of the game for them. Niski trying to defend, but the Rift Herald charge alongside. A little bit of extra damage will be enough. Jankos
that was a kill.
There.
I thought that was the clone.
I thought it was the clone too. I was like, don't get distracted. But Jankos falls. Niski now shuffled back into the rest of the team. Pops a stopwatch. The rest of his team are trying to collapse, but I think Niski will be dead before they can get. You're not even a jungler, man. You're
no, I am a mid laner. But as long as people don't look at Akali, I'm fine.
Okay, true. Yeah, Matt EDGC, Yuumi skin.
It's cool. It's cool skin.
My problem with Yuumi skins is 90% of the time you don't really get to see them that much, right? Emperor's Divide used in the top lane as Ruby shuffles away, but here is Chasey. The Sun Disc put down. Stopwatch will help that Sun Disc spawn a little bit, but Chase can tank it for quite a while. Ruby trying to flash away, and in the end, he can't fight up against 2v1. Mercer's on his way, though. That fed Heimerdinger.
Decided not to commit to it.
Off the council this time.
Valiant effort, though. Jack Spectre going to be forced to flash after the Shurelya's was popped by Hylissang. The collapse was real, but here we are. Jankos looking to get revenge for his mid laner.
Mercer trying to get a bit of revenge himself as well. Niski flashes away, dashes back in, and the Ignite will tick. Mercer gets another one. However, the rest of Mad Lions are on the chase. Cease and desist onto Jankos. Could this be a Baron for Mad Lions? They have 4 members up towards this top side. Might decide against doing it. Instead, just recalling. Oh, Mercer. Go on, Mercer. Yeah, hit him with a grenade. Get him, Mercer!
That was
you said there wasn't enough gold on the Heimerdinger, Betty.
Oh, my word.
Kazi, this is deep.
Elioya is here to help, but it's not going to be enough. Ruby gets a shutdown. Ebby picks up another one, and what was a good play initially from Mad. Niski joining the fight.
Trying to get there in time.
Remember, Jankos not there yet.
They're keeping Elioya away. Mercer taking up the Baron right now, but look at the damage already onto Ruby. He's down. Mercer might fall as well. Almost falls just to the Baron damage. Don't stand in it, Mercer. Oh, they get it. The smite comes true. Stolen ammo onto the Jankos clone. Mercer escapes.
In favor of Mad, but at the cost of the Baron. The gold lead only continues to grow for Heretics.
For Heretics, they started 1-2, then they went 2-1, and Jankos said this was their 3-0 week. Scaling, trying to understand how they play together as a team. So far, it seems to be working out, but perhaps right now they need to save Evie. Dominus being popped. Chaser going in with the all out as well, and that Yumi's doing a lot of work. The arrow goes wide. Hylissang though, rooted and locked up with that Cyclone. Tried to dash onto someone else, but couldn't quite get there in time.
So the problem for Mad now is that by leaving Niski bot with no TP, Heretics can actually just keep pushing. They know that they have a numbers advantage, and they have the range advantage. There's no way that Elioya is going to commit to a fight here, especially without Kazi's ultimate being available. So this will be a tower advantage for Heretics, but now they're going to choose to dismid. They're going to look for this tower. See if they can knock this one down, but good wave clear from Ruby means that he'll hold it for now. Over the wall.
All in onto Ruby here. Final chapter coming out, and Ruby's dead where he stands. The tower will not fall. Shurelya is used by Mad Lions to escape.
Really great play. Protecting this tower, which should be another tower into Mad's back pocket. Really well played from Mad.
That damage from the Heimerdinger really does pay off. Also, the utility from the Right Eyes can do quite a lot of work for you. Elioya coming down towards his bottom side. Ruby's going to slide away. Cease and desist. There's the Emperor's the Sun Disc coming out. The Emperor's Divide used as well. The arrow wide, but Jankos is coming to join his team. Niski flashing forward though. Hinasan kills off Ruby. Mercer trying to escape. Niski will take him down. Another shutdown as Chasey falls down towards the bottom side. Jack Spectre has to flash. And Ebby wasn't with this fight at all. Niski, level 16 with a Yuumi on his back. Makes it very difficult for Heretics to actually lose only 8 out. Yeah, but come on.
Hammerdinger.
He's more than a Zir.
Yeah.
The question is whether or not they can actually react in time for anything
yeah,
here. The
they
turrets
know,
have gone
they
down.
know.
They're on their way, but there's already down to 2,000 HP. The arrow goes out.
Good arrow.
And the Baron.
And they're able to burn even more off of Jack Spectre after Kazi was able to get good bursts. Now, the flank in from Elioya, the movement speed from the Yuumi, they're looking for Ruby.
Jack Spectre isn't with the team and doesn't have the arrow. There's the Emperor's Divide going in. Good stopwatch by Ruby. Counter Emperor's Divide. Niski will fall first. On the back line, Elioya still trying to survive through the Cyclone with Hylissang strapped to his back, but Chasey going in. Now in the midst of 5 members of Heretics, Jack Spectre's joined the party, and Mercer will secure the kill.
Quick, which meant that the cease and desist didn't actually land. Ruby was able to throw his ultimate out and create space between him and Niski, and then Niski all one-shot. The moment that Chasey actually joined the fight, it was far too late, and now Team Heretics are knocking on the base of Mad Lions.
They have the TP on Ebby, but it feels a little greedy to go for this full push. 10 seconds on Niski, there's the teleport in. The Arrows of Kazi immediately capturing Jax. Cleanse away from that. Ebby going in. Ruthless Predator stun onto Kazi once again, but he's got the Mikhails. This time, Elioya dives onto the backline, can't kill off Jack Spectre. Kazi's still alive, and Niski now back to party, back to fight. The arrow hits, and the AP arrow will do a ton of damage. It's a triple. He's looking for the quadra. He kills up Jankos for the pentakill, and the TP into Heretics base.
And Mad Lions off the back of that single penta may have just won the game. It looked like it was over. It looked like it was done, but Kazi, with some phenomenal footwork, able to buy enough time for Niski to come back into the game and potentially end it all. Those are some long death diamonds. 10 seconds on Mercer. Can he be the savior for Heretics?
I don't think he has it in him. Minions pushing in Shurelius to try and speed them up. They're on the Nexus Towers already. Mad Lions on the brink of defeat. They clasp a victory. It seems Mercer up now against 4. It's Heimadonga versus...
Are going to be really important because that top wave is going to be pushing in favor of Mad Lions. However, it's only the mid lane.
You don't win
Jack
these.
Spectre.
You don't win these.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Huge amount of damage. The arrow going wide in response. Elioya trading with Jankos up towards the bottom side, but Mercer is there. Jankos tries to dive away. The piercing arrow finds his mark. Kazi cold. Browning projectile as well with the final chapter. Ruby's going to get booted in place. Niski flashes forward, and the Emperor has his soldiers used against him. It's an uprising. It's a betrayal by his own team as he is killed off. 2 more kills make it 3. Chasey TP.
He's catching the wave.
Catching the wave, sure. We'll say that's happening. As Niski now looking towards the top lane. Wave pushing in mid. That super minion finally killed off. Mad Lions don't have the minions right now, but in about 15 seconds time, those supers will be knocking on the Nexus Tower, the one remaining. Jack Spectre and Mercer. Well, Mercer's held the line once before, but I feel like this might be the last battle of the 300. The gates of Thermopylae are closed, but Mad Lions want to open up them pretty quickly. First Nexus Tower, the target. Mercer and Jack Spectre can only watch. Jankos now stepping forward. The Nexus Tower down, but the Nexus now on the cards for Mad Lions. Jankos will be forced away, but the Nexus will still be taken, and Mad Lions will claim their spot at the...
It's going to be very bot focused, but it does feel like more comfort is coming out. One kill on them, the second you burn their flash. As an engaged support, it becomes very difficult to stop the onslaught, but Fnatic is looking for a fight.
113 already level 3, Jonghun coming in as well. The flash chase from 113, Jonghun looking for the bubble as well, and Vassal gets nowhere to go! 113 on the board, the Troll King finds first blood. Tower does have the World Ender, which is why Finn, I think, realizes he can't really invest any further after using both of his forms of CC.
Finn gets to move first, Humanoid has his eyes on Dio.
Slide in, shovels him back as well, and even though Dayor flashes, no escape for him. The jet jump's going out as well. Dayor trying to get away, but you just can't escape Fnatic. Cease and desist underneath the tower. Now Vassal not in the best of shapes as he has the flash. 113 trading back with the subjugate. Tidal wave used as well. Humanoid on the Azir though has already finished his Leandries. So only got a 51% win rate on Azir all time.
Well, Razov charging the Qs to scare off 113, but it doesn't matter, the damage done. The tower will go down.
5 plates as well.
Another objective secured. You can see only a 1,000 gold advantage for Kobe overall. Not the worst position to be in. As Humanoid
And here's Razork as well into the cease and desist. Dale just doesn't get a chance to move. After they burnt his flash, they knew Dale was going to be the punching bag.
The thing that you're going to want to do is try and get to the objective first. Dragon, you're in a really good spot right now. 2 dragons, 4 dragons, Cloud Salt, not the best, but still a potential win.
Sidestepped by 113. Razork now starting up the
Spotted
dragon.
Finn.
This is where the wards play a big impact. They know Finn's not there. Immediately engaged. Tidal Wave trying to dissuade them. 113 still alive on the backline. Dale going in as well. And Kobe with culling is able to take down one. Wonder with the one into a 3-man. No! Into the realm warp! It's destruction! It's devastation! It's death for Fnatic in the river!
Fnatic fall apart as Kobe in. He was looking for the flank. Fnatic saw that he was looking for the flank, so they went for the engage, but they could not convert it. They do have that one deep ward. They've got one ward in the Dragon Pit, so Fnatic aren't too concerned about it, but they have to still be careful of how quickly Astralis can force this down. 113 has spotted Reckless.
Reckless has the flash, Chain of Corruption, uses the flash, blast cones, rocks away, but the Realm Warp now there with the Tidal Wave chasing him down, and Reckless is caught! And Astralis find him!
Mega Knight is going to disappear, and ward has not been cleared just yet.
Once more into the breach for Fnatic,
This
one
is your
chance for
moment,
Razork. Humanoid there, Kobe going in, Kobe flashes the Emperor's Divide! Baited and outsmarted! Kobe takes down the Emperor, and now it's even more difficult for Fnatic. They still have 3 alive, the hook goes wide as Razork can't get into the pit, but he's got no flash for at least 20 seconds, and Fnatic realize they have no option to go in instead. In that wave, it's going to be at least 2 tier 2s here for Astralis as they clean up one and then work their way down to join their comp secured for Astralis. I do just want to tell you all, both these teams currently tied for 8th place. The winner obviously goes to 3 and 5. Humanoid caught a little bit here for that 8th place, even though Astralis would have the head-to-head. But winning here keeps your fate in your own hands, as Astralis trying to make that fate come a little bit quicker. Finn once again with a double knife to the wall into the Aqua Prison. There's just no chance to move, not a second of hesitation. Astralis on the offensive, and Fnatic, all they can do is dash and die and dodge away as Astralis push in for the inhibitor towers.
Fnatic getting closer and closer to the organization's worst split in their history as Astralis dominates the early game. They have their eyes on the Nexus and they are looking for a top 8 spot.
Only 3 minions there, cease and desist on the backline, but immediately Razork is locked up. 2 minions left, only 1 now. Astralis will tank it, but this tower's going to be pretty damn tanky right now in Astralis.
Fnatic to a 2-6 scoreline.
Inhibitor open in the mid lane, that will be down for 3.5 minutes. No Baron for Astralis makes the push a little bit more difficult. Obviously Reckless with the piercing arrow will be able to clear out the way pretty quickly. Humanoid now joining up with his team. Finn is down towards the bottom lane. Kobe's just going to use the culling here, but maybe a cease and desist from Razork. Kobe overstepping perhaps. The Tidal Wave though distracts the rest of Fnatic. They can't get closer. Razork's gone way too deep. Astralis will cull him.
To do just that. The round 1 flank is coming in from Dior.
Dale trying to get in behind them, immediately hooked, but look, he just doesn't take any damage. Wonder already down the stopwatch as well to buy time, and Rux has to flash for the safety of the fountain. But he will not sup of a victory today. Astralis looking to claim their 3rd win in the Winter Split. Fnatic on their way to their worst ever performance, and Finn will bury them underneath the ground of their own Nexus. Astralis will claim victory and secure themselves at least a tiebreaker for groups.
Down on this team fight.
It worked well for them
Sion,
yesterday.
okay,
Sion
yeah.
does a similar thing. Gangplank though.
There we go.
As Yike looks for an invade here. It's the first time he's played at least in the big leagues, and he's trying to make his mark early on as Larson and Caps trade in the mid lane. Caps going aggressive. He's hit with a Tristan to advance though, and even with the flash, he can't get away. First blood over to Koi. This will sacrifice the red buff to Yike, but Larson getting on the board early is a very strong start for Koi.
So Malrang started Raptors into Blue Grom, and then he was making his way back up towards top, given that Larson had the push, and now he's going to realize, oh, no, my blue has been stolen, but I can have threatening a dive.
Shigenda trying to get away from this one. TP used by Larson. Oranges to get away from the stun, but now Malrang is here. Yike uses the repel, goes back in against Shigenda. He's going to take a tower, and he's going to die for it. Yike knew something had to happen. And that is quite a big downside when he's on the Azir.
But
Mickey. So Comp's already used the dash here. Zenith Blade going forward. Trimby trying to get in the way as well, as Mickey is a little bit overstepped, but even the route on Hansama, Comp is just nowhere to go for him. Hansama takes him, rends him down. That's a bit of an overstay there by Comp.
in fact, another Ren stack being applied. Caps now on the row. I don't have time to talk about any of the cool stuff that's happening, but
It's fine.
Again, no flash.
Again, nowhere for him to go, even with the oranges. He's not K. Cap's still taking the tower. Cap's gonna die! 1-for-1 trade in the top lane. Now, there's a lot of minions lost here. Mauang's gonna come and try and pick some of them up. It's gonna be 2 plates for Broken Blade. Mauang might... Nah, he's not getting everything they can on the map. Cloud Dragon, the first, and will be secured for them. Not really much that Koi can do to us.
Meow.
Thank you. Mickey, flash, Zenith Blade, counter flash from Mauang, flash cocoon, solar flare, Mauang locked in place, and there's nowhere for him to go. The bang sink in, and Young takes the kill. Meanwhile, the Rift Herald will charge in the mid lane. That's 3 plates.
And the Dragon spawning in about 2.5 minutes, with the Herald spawning in about another 2. So overall, G2 played this early game very well. 2k gold lead is the advantage they have right now. Broken Blade with a very good trade onto Shigenda. Mauang has his eyes set on Caps.
And where does Caps go from here? Trimby's on his way, there's the route. Caps does still have the flash. Mauang knocks him back though, and the Nature's Grass coming in. Mauang actually in a bit of a sticky situation as Mickey will take him out. G2 reacting perfectly there. What would they have lost for it? Instead of, you know, Mauang dying, it could have been all 3 of them. Crown now complete on Larson as Comp tries to trade onto Hansama down towards his bottom side. Koya on the chase. Nature's Grasp up in 9 seconds time. The Cannon Barrage for a bit of a slow. Hansama still has the cleanse and has the flash, where Mickey might be the target. Good double stun, or a single stun and a slow there onto Mauang. Caps now collapsing in. Koi at home in the river, but Trimby goes in and immediately is locked out. Root's going to go onto the backline here. The Ultra Blades are being used as well as Mickey goes onto the backline. Comp trying to get the damage down, dodging around. Mickey in the midst of 3. Caps now diving forward. Mickey somehow still alive in all of this. Mickey just tanked them for an absolute ice age.
G2 walk away with every member still to go back to base. What incredible early game play from G2 once again, and the patience that they were able to demonstrate in that skirmish.
Nature's Grass hits. G2 have been in total control for the last few minutes. 6,000 gold ahead now. And even though the early game was low, to break open this tier 1 in the mid lane. Broken Blade is flanking off towards the top side. Just going to join up with his bit of a ropey situation, bit of a uneven ground coming into the final day of the regular season. Mickey looking for the Zenith Blade there, doesn't get it. Trimby going onto Hansama as well. Comp diving in. The lightning crash with the stun already onto Comp. Solar Flare on the backline. Larson now going in with the image survive. Hansama still surviving. Hansama still surviving. Hansama is still alive! And the French phenom will not be denied!
Unbelievable team fight from G2.
Killing Hansama, but he just refused to go down. The Baron now much easier for G2 will be raised to the ground. And Koi can only stand and watch in their base, watch over the ramparts and see perhaps if there is some small crack in the G2 armor, some small crack in this advance because the siege is strong. Another cocoon lands, Larson locked up, stunned, doesn't have a moment to breathe. The Emperor's Divide will pull G2 back, but what can you do? Caps attacking the tower. It's a 3v4 in the base and G2 are still winning it. A second for Yike. Shigenda, Trimby and Mauang really don't have much as they continue to be forced back. G2 push in the bottom lane and are looking for the win.
Hansama wasn't even in the fight, but it didn't matter. Yike, Broken Blade, and Mickey was all G2 needed as they see the Nexus in their eyes. They're looking to shut down Koi.
As much as Koi had a good performance yesterday.
Looking though, Trimby.
Broken Blade, Nature's Grasp, does go in. Now Koi could find something
Broken
here.
Blade, you need to chill out. You do not have the HP to fight Koi, or maybe you do.
I think it's okay. I think that cat's gonna go split, pretty lickety split. He gets forced away. The Bramble Smash. Mauang using the phase rush to try and escape this one, but Broken Blade doesn't want him to get out. Meanwhile, on the other side, Larson caught up. The hook goes wide as all of G2 dodge it. Mickey diving in, and he will fall 1-for-1 to find this trade, but Trimby is low.
But hang on a second, G2's in Koi's base, and Koi is in fact not.
Just shepherd him. Like a terrier, they're keeping them away from this. Trimby dies, and G2 on the Nexus towers. Broken Blade turning onto Comp, who tries to escape, but just can't get away, even with the cleanse. It's not enough. Hansama will fall in the end. Shigenda picks up 950 gold. But what damn use is that if your Nexus is felled? G2 will match Mad and Vitality at the top of the table.
A quick one to round things out.